1. Which of the following sets represents the natural numbers n? 2. Which of the following numbers is a natural number? 3. Which statement about natural numbers is always true? Identify the natural numbers from the following list: -5, 0, 2, square root 9, 3.5. 5. Which number is an integer but is not a natural number? Six. If x is a natural number, which of the following equations must have x as its solution? 7. Which of the following expressions will always result in a natural number, assuming a and b are both natural numbers? 8. The sum of two consecutive natural numbers is always. 9. Which of the following operations might not result in a natural number when performed on two natural numbers? 10. What is the smallest natural number? 1. Which mathematical operations are closed under the set of natural numbers? 2. The equation a plus b equals b plus a demonstrates which property of natural numbers? 3. Which of the following is a correct application of the associative property of multiplication? 4. Why is subtraction not commutative for natural numbers? 5. Which statement correctly demonstrates the distributive property of multiplication over addition? 6. If meter and n natural numbers, the closure property guarantees that. 7. For any natural number, n, the identity property of multiplication states that. 8. Which of the following operations is neither commutative nor associative for natural numbers? 9. The expression 4, 5 plus 2 can be rewritten using the distributive property as. 10. What property is illustrated by the statement, the sum of any two natural numbers is always a natural number? 1. If n is any integer, which of the following expressions will always represent an even number? 2. If x is an odd number and y is an even number, which of the following expressions must result in an odd number? 3. Let meter be an odd natural number. Which statement correctly describes the value of square meter? 4. The sum of three consecutive natural numbers is always. 5. If k is an even number, what is the next consecutive even number? 6. Which of the following operations will always yield an even number when performed on any two odd numbers? 7. If the product of two numbers, a times b, is an odd number, what must be true about a and b? 8. If n is an even number, which expression represents the consecutive odd number immediately following n? 9. For any natural number x, the expression x squared plus x is always. 10. Which of the following is the formal algebraic definition of an odd number where k is an integer? 1. Which of the following numbers is neither prime nor composite? 2. Which statement about the number 2 is correct? 3. What is the total number of prime factors for the number 60? 4. If p is a prime number greater than 3, which of the following expressions could also represent a prime number? 5. Which of the following numbers is a composite number? 6. If a and b are distinct prime numbers, how many positive factors does the product a times b have? 7. The fundamental theorem of arithmetic states that every composite number can be uniquely expressed as a product of. 8. If n1 results in a prime number, where n is a natural number, what must the value of n be? 9. Which of the following statements is always true for prime numbers? 10. What is the smallest composite number? 1. If a number n is a multiple of 12, then n must also be a multiple of which of the following numbers? 2. Which of the following statements correctly describes the relationship between factors and multiples of a natural number x? 3. If the highest common factor, HCF, of two numbers is 1, the two numbers are called. 4. Two numbers have an HCF of 6 and a lowest common multiple, LCM, of 72. If one of the numbers is 18, what is the other number? 5. How many total positive factors does the number 72 have? 6. If x is a factor of y and y is a factor of z, which of the following must be true? 7. What is the LCM of 4ayb and 6ab cubed, where a and b are distinct prime numbers? 8. If p and q are distinct prime numbers, what is their LCM? 9. A traffic light turns green every 15 seconds and another turns green every 20 seconds. If they both turn green at the same time, after how many seconds will they next turn green together? 10. Which of the following is a common multiple of both 15 and 18? 1. If the four-digit number 5, 4 by 2 is completely divisible by 3, which of the following could be the value of the missing digit x? 2. A number is completely divisible by 6 if it satisfies which of the following conditions? 3. What is the missing digit y if the number 7, 2y4 is divisible by 9? 4. To check if a large number is divisible by 4, you only need to examine. 5. If a natural number n is divisible by both 4 and 6, it must also always be divisible by 6. If the six-digit number 325 by 14 is a multiple of 11, what is the value of the digit x? 7. Which of the following numbers is completely divisible by 8? 8. If a number a is divisible by 3 and a number b is divisible by 9, then the product a times b must always be divisible by 9. A number is divisible by 12 if it is simultaneously divisible by which two co-prime factors? 10. What is the smallest positive natural number that must be added to 1023 so that the resulting number is perfectly divisible by 5? 1. What is the value of the expression 25 to 3 times 4 plus 2? 2. Evaluate the expression 48 divided by 4 times 2, 1. 3. What is the correct value of 5 2 times 3 squared 4? 4. Simplify the following expression involving nested brackets 100, 10, 5 6, 2. 5. Which operation should be performed first when evaluating the expression 12 plus 24 divided by 62 minus 3? 6. If a equals 4 and b equals 3, what is the value of the expression 2a plus b squared minus 5ab? 7. Solve the expression 8. Which of the following expressions will result in the largest natural number? 9. What is the value of 7 8 minus 40 divided by 5 3? 10. Insert parentheses to make the statement true. 3 plus 5 times 2 plus 4 equals 48. 1. Which of the following numbers is a perfect square? 2. A perfect square natural number can never end with which of the following digits? 3. What is the value of 1764 using prime factorization? 4. If a perfect square number has n digits and n is an even number, how many digits will its square root have? 5. Between the squares of two consecutive natural numbers, n plus 1, how many non-perfect square natural numbers lie? 6. What is the smallest natural number by which 180 must be multiplied so that the product becomes a perfect square? 7. If the square of an odd natural number is divided by 4, what is always the remainder? 8. Which of the following triplets is a Pythagorean triplet? 1. What is the value of the expression? 10. Without fully calculating, the square root of 800 lies between which two consecutive natural numbers? 1. What is the common difference in the arithmetic sequence? 7, 13, 19, 25? 2. Which expression represents the unth term, teen, of the sequence 4, 7, 10, 13, 16? 3. Find the 10th term of the geometric sequence 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. 4. A sequence is defined by the recursive formula t equals 2 trillion, j plus 3. If the first term t equals 1, what is the third term? T. 5. What is the missing number in this pattern? 2, 3, 5, 8, 12, underscore 23. 6. The first four terms of a sequence are 1, 4, 9, and 16. What is the unth term formula for this pattern? 7. If the mth term of a sequence is given by t equals nn plus 2, what is the fifth term? 8. Consider the sequence of triangular numbers 1, 3, 6, 10, 15. What is the sixth term? 9. In an arithmetic sequence, the third term is 11 and the fifth term is 19. What is the first term? 10. What is the next term in the Fibonacci-style sequence? 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21? A tracking software logs data entries using different number sets. If the log records an entry of 49, into which category of numbers does this entry fall? A coder writes a program where the variable x must be a natural number. The program solves the equation, x plus 12 equals 8. What happens to the program? A factory produces A items in the morning and B items in the afternoon. The manager shows that the total production can be calculated as A plus B or B plus A. Which property is being applied? A mathematical proof states that if you take any two natural numbers m and n, the result of n might not be a natural number. This proves that natural numbers are not closed under. A theater seats its guests such that every even-numbered row gets a blue program and every odd-numbered row gets a red program. If a guest sits in row 2n+1, where n is a natural number, what color program do they get? A security code uses 3 consecutive natural numbers. If the sum of these 3 numbers is calculated, the result will always be perfectly divisible by. A digital safe requires a password that is the smallest composite number. What is the password? A cryptographic key is generated by multiplying 2 distinct prime numbers, p and q, together. How many total positive factors does this security key have? A bus leaves the station every 12 minutes and a train leaves every 18 minutes. If they both leave at 8 a.m., after how many minutes will they next leave at the same time? A contractor needs to cut 2 pieces of timber measuring 24 meters and 36 meters into smaller logs of equal length without any waste. What is the maximum possible length of each small log?